What's going on, guys? Eternal Wind back with another Ghost of Tsushima video, and today I have a viewer requested build for you. So Giant 5150 official reached out to me for a build for his nephew who is going to be turning 8 on September 9th. So he requested a build video for his nephew for his birthday. So if you guys could maybe shout out Giant's nephew down in the comments section. Unfortunately, he didn't give me his name, but he is turning 8 on the 9th, so happy birthday to Giant 5150 official's nephew. But with that being said, Giant reached out about a build similar to the Gosaku armor from the story mode, which is pretty much high melee stagger and staggered damage. But he didn't want to sacrifice ghost weapon damage and still wanted to have, a decent amount of melee damage for whenever they do become staggered to take advantage of that. So that's what I have for you today. This is going to be a build, again, that is going to focus on practically the Gosaku armor from the story mode. And as you can see here, we have maxed out melee damage, staggered damage, melee staggered damage, and ghost weapon damage for this build. You are going to be able to have max ghost weapon damage on this build. So this is going to be kind of similar to my quote-unquote max ghost weapon damage Ronin build, but obviously with quite a few tweaks here. So let's go ahead and cover the gear for the build. So Giant, just in case your nephew, who again is 7 turning 8, why is he watching my content? If he cannot do Moonmaster cancel, he can swap the Moon Katana for a Water Katana or any katana of his preference. I do think that, again, Moonmaster cancel is the best melee damage in the game, the best physical DPS. But for those of you, again, who can't do it or just don't like Moonmaster cancel, Surging Strikes from a Water Katana is very powerful. And you could even throw Water Stance on there if you wanted to make it even more powerful. Just depends on what you want to do. But aside from that, perks and properties are going to be maxed out melee and stagger damage with Moonmaster and Poison Blade. So Poison Blade isn't going to do a ton for us here, but I'm just not a fan of Way of the Flame. I find that whenever I run it, I tend to forget about it. So Poison Blade, Burning Blade, those things are set it and forget it. So if you would like to run Way of the Flame, by all means, it's definitely quite nice with Moonmaster cancel. Or even Surging Strikes from the Water Katana. But I like Poison Blade for this build because it just kind of goes along with trying to strip that stagger gauge as fast as humanly possible to maximize your damage against an enemy. And then as far as our bomb pack, this is where we're going to get our first stack of melee stagger damage. And we're still going to take blast radius here. We're not going to really go for any type of status effect. Even though we have fired up on our caltrops and we are obviously going to be using black powder bombs. Because we have maxed out ghost weapon damage, I'd like to hit as many people as I possibly can with those, as opposed to the fire, doing 18% more damage over its duration. Obviously, it also helps build resolve with the more people that you hit. So we've got blast radius and melee stagger damage with flash bombs and black powder bombs. And then our stealth charm is going to have our first stack of maxed out ghost weapon damage, and this is going to be our second stack of maxed out stagger damage. I am running combat regeneration and fire master. The Ronin doesn't really have any phenomenal feats as far as the special class specific perks. If you want to run a healing spirit bear, which you guys know I love if you followed the channel at all for the Ronin, but I can't really utilize that with this build, so I'm aiming for combat regeneration. And then again, even though we don't have status effect damage on the bomb pack, Fire Master is going to give us a bigger boost in damage from our black powder bombs and our caltrops. So Aside from that, obviously, we are running the Spirit Kunai. You run Spirit Kunai when you play Ronin, in just about every build possible. Just about. Typically I like to run cooldown on kill whenever I run a Spirit Kunai, but because this is going for the somewhat highest melee damage and then highest ghost weapon damage, I opted out of cooldown on kill for melee damage with Supermassive and Hidden Blades, and then obviously our second stack of perfect ghost weapon damage. And then for Caltrops, this is going to be our second stack of melee stagger damage, our third stack of ghost weapon damage maxed out, with fired up and deep bags. So the Caltrops on the Ronin, I think, again, are underrated. Really like Demon Seeds on this character too. So if you don't like what I'm running for the techniques, you could always swap out these Caltrops for Demon Seeds instead, because we are running Staggering Breath for the ultimate. Giant, obviously, your nephew can run whatever he wants. I kind of did that on purpose just in case he wanted something a little more specific that you didn't reach out about. So I kind of tried to leave it open-ended by only equipping one legendary. But obviously, you can tweak that in the technique tree to equip an additional legendary if you so desire. But yeah, so this is going to give us the most ghost weapon damage that we can have without any type of Oni damage. But do note that maxed out ghost weapon damage is 110%. But when you use it against staggered enemies, you're going to actually end up doing 150% more ghost weapon damage to enemies that are staggered. Caltrop stagger, the fired up from the Caltrops is going to do 40% more damage to staggered enemies. You're also going to get that Fire Master 25% more damage from that. Always, but again, your black powder bombs to staggered enemies, again, an additional 40% ghost weapon damage and 40% status effect damage. I guess we could have gone for status effect damage on the bomb pack to kind of boost that damage even more, but I just want to, like I said, I want to hit as many people as I possibly can with my bombs. But you can definitely change that if you want to status effect damage on the bomb pack. So again, for the techniques, we are running Healing Incense because I'm not running any kind of healing pets, so sorry spirit animal, but you're sitting this one out. Flaming Roar. Yeah, so enhanced ghost weapons for perk 1. Obviously, this is helping us achieve max ghost weapon damage. And then, again, because this is a Gosaku type of build for the Ronin here, we are picking up staggering in position. I do want to point out that this only increases melee stagger damage, so damage against the white bar that leads to them becoming staggered. They didn't do the best in terms of description and really being detail oriented when it comes to this particular perk. It says stagger damage. They should have put melee in front of that, or they should have put an ED on the end of staggered so that you knew exactly what type of damage instead of trying to guess or test and do all that shit, which I've done. And it is melee stagger damage. But then as far as our ultimate is concerned, I left it open-ended so that any of these three could be used. I'm a big fan of Staggering Breath. I don't think it gets used enough. It's a really good tool to use, not only to boost your own damage, but damage for your team, as well as, nerfing the enemy by 25% in terms of their damage. And what's really nice about this is if you hit a staggered target that is weakened with ghost weapon damage, you're actually going to hit them for 175% ghost weapon damage, which is disgusting. And then this is also going to help any kind of fire that you put on them, whether it be through your black powder bombs or your caltrops from fired up. That's another 25% more damage. Again, you could use Demon Seeds if you wanted to run that, but again, I didn't know exactly what type of ultimate Giant wanted his nephew to run, so I left this particular spot open-ended so that tweaks could be made for those of you who see fit. But alright, that's going to be the gear and the techniques. let me go ahead and give you some numbers. So you're going to end up with 24% melee damage, 110% ghost weapon damage. You're going to end up with 39% melee stagger damage and 40% increased stagger damage. And do keep in mind that this is before you apply weaken, which is an additional 25%. But alright, let's go ahead and get into the build showcase.
Interest you. Let's begin. Shadows.
Alright, guys. Go ahead and show off the builds. The build. The Gosaku Ronin. Gosaku. On the Shadows of War. I feel like I always get this map whenever I decide to go and release a build, man. Alright, Tengu. Yo, bird bitch. They're gonna come to your aid. Guess what? It ain't gonna matter. I hate that attack so much. Oh my god, I hate that attack so much. I think I've died to that one attack more than I probably have any other attack that they do. I mean, even more than the slam. Just because it comes out so fast. Dude, get the... Oh my god. Game. Please stop. Nice amount of stagger damage here, guys. Yeah? What's up? Oh, bitch ass, hoe ass bitch. Oh yeah, now you want to do it. No. I don't think so, sir. I honestly can't believe that didn't clip me. Alright, you're seeing the damage here. Nice chunky amount of damage whenever they're staggered. Nice chunky amount. Alright. Let's go ahead and ride on over to the barracks. What's the arsenal looking like? Not terrible. You know, you could always run munitions too if you didn't want to run deep bags for the caltrops for more bombs. That's never a bad thing. Let's do this. And then that. Why? Because I can. That was dirty. Alright, so... Alright, do the old blasty blast. Alright, I know I'm burning, but I just don't give a shit. I hate those damn archers so much. Oh! 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 What's happening, man? Oh, can you stop firing at me for 5 seconds?
Ghost defeated me.
No. 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 I really don't want to hit that fire with no HP, but come on, bruh. Oh, bitch ass, hoe ass bitch. I mean, really? That's where you decided to teleport? Get your ass over here. Oh my god, this shit went right through him. And as soon as I get up here, ooh, teleport. Motherfucker! Alright. Now that his ass is dead, let's go run straight in. Kind of get them grouped up here. I think the Tengu's probably in here. Well, I'll go ahead and just... That was a really bad throw. Sometimes you can get that really nice amount of damage all at once there. Wow. That was pretty nice. Could you not? Yeah? Ugh. That tracking, guys. That tracking. Oh man, they're freaking out, dude!
We're stronger together.
No. 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 No bombs, bro! Nah, man, not today. Oh! Yeah, bitch! What happened? Come here, man. Ooh, that was a really nice shotgun right there. It's really weird the way this game goes about choosing its trajectory on ghost weapon ones such as the sticky bomb and the spirit kunai. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll go to throw a sticky bomb at a guy literally directly in front of you, and you'll literally throw it to third base instead, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? But yeah, sometimes you'll get some really good trajectories on your spirit kunai, and with the Ronin and all that ghost weapon damage and running spirit kunai, man, that shit can be nasty, man. You can get some really amazing cooldown reduction when running that on the Ronin. But guys, that's going to be an example to build. Giant 5150. I hope that this build is as close to what your nephew was desiring as possible. Guys, I love doing build request videos for you. If I haven't made one and you've reached out in the past, I've been really busy with work here recently. I try to take screenshots of all this stuff and put them in the bank so that when I have free time to make a build request video, I can go to the archive and take a look and see what I've been missing out on. But again, if you guys would like to see me make a build for you or anyone you know, just like Giant, feel free to comment down below. You can message me personally. You guys got my Twitter. The links are on YouTube. But yeah, I love interacting with you guys. And for those of you, speaking of interacting, that have voted on the community poll, my next video is going to be an assassin build for Eternal's personal favorites. It's going to be one of my all-time favorite assassin builds, so be looking forward to that. But hopefully this was a nice little demonstration of the Gosaku Ronin for Giant 5150 Official's nephew. Say that 3 times fast. But alright guys, that's going to be an example of the build. If you enjoyed the video, please consider smashing that like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all of my content. As always, I appreciate you coming out, and I'll catch you on the next one. DEUCES!